Well, hi guys, I'm Cairo Enns, and welcome to my premiere tutorial on color corrections. So today we are going to create a new project. Let's call it Color Corrections. And we can just leave all these as standard. Now we're going to import a file. You can do that by either double-clicking within the project panel or going under File and Import. We're going to use this file right here. You can just take that, drag it into your timeline. Shrink this down so we can see it a little bit better. Okay, so now you'll notice that this video is kind of dark and faded. It doesn't have a whole lot of color to it. So what we're going to do is we're going to add a few color corrections to spice it up a little bit. Okay, so you can find your color corrections under your video effects, under color correction. And the first one we're going to add is brightness and contrast. You can just click and drag that right on there. We can drop that down. Now you'll notice that both brightness and contrast also have drop-down menus. They have sliders. They can also be keyframed, so you can change your brightness or your contrast over time. Now, you can just fool around with these a little bit and come up with something that'll give us a little bit brighter video and with a little bit more contrast to the colors. Okay, so that looks pretty good. And if you toggle this brightness and contrast on and off, you can see the effect that we've had on this video. Okay, so now we can just close that up, and we're going to add a color balance. Now what we're using this color balance for is to warm up this picture because it looks very blue and very cool. So we are going to take our shadow red. Let's throw that up a little bit. Can maybe even tone down our blues. And just continue doing that until you come up with a nice effect that you like. Okay, so we've colored this up a little bit, given it a bit more red in there, take away a little bit of the blue and the greens. If you toggle that on and off, you can see how much warmer that looks. Alright, so that looks great. Now what we are going to do is we are going to add a tint to it. Now what the tint does, it changes all the colors and whatnot into blacks, whites, and grays. Just drag that on there. And you see we can even keyframe all of these as well. Now, what we want to do here is we want to give this a nice little intro. So what we are going to do is we're going to drop down the amount of tint. That's this one right here. We're going to apply a keyframe at the beginning at 100%. So it's totally black and white and grayscale. Then what we're going to do is we're going to move this forward to about the 1 second mark-ish. That's good enough right there. And what we can do is we can either add a keyframe right here just by pressing this button, or we can just go ahead and change this value and it'll add a keyframe for us. So you can just take that and pull it down. Now if you move back and forth in the timeline, you can see just how this effect goes from the grayscale to the color. And so you can, this is just some very basic color corrections that we've applied here. You can add many others to this video, spice up however you like. They all work basically the same.